Emotional ending, a fantasy, a mirror, a promise of courage. As Xiaoyao prepares to meet the audience, there is a quiet but powerful truth lingering beneath all the excitement, online buzz, and explosive discussions about the cast. This drama comes at a time when viewers desperately need a story about courage, softness, and emotional honesty. And Xiaoyao, through its very heartbeat, seems to answer that longing. In a world increasingly fast-paced, fiercely competitive, and relentlessly demanding, the character of Xiaoyao stands as a reminder of something many believe they have lost: the ability to love openly, to feel deeply, and to walk bravely into the unknown without shame or hesitation. Her boldness is not recklessness, it is purity. It is the bravery of someone who has not yet been taught to fear heartbreak. That sincerity, portrayed so delicately by Songyun, touches something universal, something each viewer once possessed, but perhaps left behind along the way. And opposite her, Hong embodies another truth equally familiar: the quiet, stoic hesitance of someone who has lived too long behind walls. His restraint is not coldness, it is self-protection, the instinct of someone who knows the cost of vulnerability all too well. Ho Mingho's portrayal of that fragile strength allows the Demon King to feel achingly human. Together, the two form an emotional spectrum stretching from innocence to burden, from impulsive affection to guarded devotion. It is in that space, in the magnetic tension between openness and hesitation, that Xiaoyao plants its emotional roots. But the true brilliance of Xiaoyao goes beyond the romance itself. It lies in the way the story becomes a mirror, reflecting the audience's own longings back to them. Xiaoyao teaches viewers to rediscover their courage. Hong Yi shows the beauty in vulnerability. Zhao Liying's rumored villainous role questions society's quick judgments of what is good or evil, reminding us that complexity is the closest thing to truth. Director Su Jizhou did not merely create a fantasy world. He resurrected a space where emotions are not weaknesses, where purity is not naivety, and where the heart is not something to hide behind armor, but something to wield like a lantern in the dark. The older generation of actors in the cast further anchors the story in emotional maturity. Jin Shiji, Wu Yu, and others portray characters who have lived through cycles of conflict and reconciliation, carrying the scars and wisdom that only time can grant. Their roles form the quiet backbone of Xiaoyao, because in every coming-of-age journey, there are elders who loved, lost, and learned before us. The fantasy world becomes not just a setting, but a metaphorical stage where generations collide, influence, and heal each other. And perhaps that is the greatest strength of Xiaoyao, its ability to blend fantasy spectacle with profoundly human storytelling. A story about us, no matter the world it is set in. When viewers watch Xiaoyao stepping into unknown realms or Hong Yi breaking his own emotional restraints, they are not just witnessing a love story, they are witnessing fragments of their own lives. Hidden inside every viewer is a human girl who once spoke her heart without fear, and a demon king who once learned to love slowly, carefully, painfully. And that is why Xiaoyao feels destined to resonate so deeply. No matter how grand the mountains, how dazzling the CGI, or how intricate the costumes, the core of the drama beats with something far more timeless: the courage to express love, the determination to protect it, and the willingness to grow because of it. These themes echo across cultures, eras, and personal circumstances. People do not watch stories like Xiaoyao just to escape reality. They watch to find pieces of themselves within the fantastical. The drama becomes a sanctuary where the heart can breathe again. Why Songyun and Ho Mingho feel right together on screen. There is an undeniable authenticity in the way Songyun plays Xiaoyao, as though she is not acting but simply existing in her most natural emotional frequency. Her softness carries power, her humor carries honesty, her bravery carries innocence untouched by cynicism. She does not play a fantasy heroine, she inhabits her. Zhao Liying, meanwhile, brings the kind of subtle emotional calibration rarely seen in young actors. His eyes reveal pages of internal struggle without a single line spoken. His stillness is eloquent, his restraint poetic. Together, the two do not merely act as a couple, they create an emotional dialogue that feels lived, organic, and deeply vulnerable. Their chemistry is not built on textbook romantic beats, but on something that forms naturally when two performers understand their characters' emotional logic with rare clarity. Their love story is not fireworks, it is a slow-burning lantern that grows warmer with every scene. Zhao Liying's cameo, that is more than a cameo. Even if her role is brief, Zhao Liying's appearance symbolizes something larger. She represents an era of Chinese fantasy dramas that shaped a generation of viewers. Her presence turned Xiaoyao into a bridge between eras, a fusion of nostalgic warmth and new age storytelling. Her rumored villainous role challenges the traditional fantasy dichotomy of good versus evil. She invites curiosity, nuance, and emotional tension, reminding audiences that the best stories do not divide characters into black and white, but embrace the gray. A drama that arrives at the right time. In today's society, exhausted, overstimulated, emotionally guarded, Xiaoyao offers a gentle refuge. It reminds us that softness is not weakness, sincerity is not outdated, vulnerability is not shameful, and love, even fictional love, still has the power to heal. People do not root for Xiaoyao and Hongyi because they are perfect, but because they are beautifully flawed. They learn, stumble, confront destiny, challenge norms, and grow through pain, just like the rest of us. A promise to the audience. When Xiaoyao finally airs, it will not only deliver romance, action, fantasy, and spectacle, it will deliver something far more indispensable: emotional truth. This story invites viewers to ask themselves, what would I do if I dared to love like Xiaoyao? Whom could I save if I learned to open up like Hongyi? How much courage have I forgotten along the way? If I stepped into a world of demons and destiny, what version of myself would I choose to become? And perhaps the most beautiful promise the drama offers is this: no matter how dark the world becomes, whether it is the demon realm or our real lives, there will always be someone, something, or some moment that teaches us how to be brave again. The final message of Xiaoyao. When the credits roll, when the final battle ends, when love triumphs or breaks, Xiaoyao leaves behind a message not just for its characters, but for everyone watching. The heart is the bravest thing you own. Protect it, express it, and let it guide you, even when the world feels like another realm entirely. And so, in mid-December, as audiences tune in from homes across the world, Xiaoyao will not simply premiere as another drama. It will arrive as a reminder of humanity, wrapped in fantasy silk and poetic CGI. A tale of love and courage that feels both mythic and intimately personal. A lantern glowing softly in the winter night, guiding every viewer toward the version of themselves that still dares to feel deeply.